Hello and welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming and Tech Reviews. I'm Andrew and today we have a problem. So first of all, let me check and make sure we actually have some sound so that we can have fun with our little live stream tonight. I want to see if we are actually getting sound though. And we are. So guys, what happened? What was going on in my brain? Why the hell did I decide to trade a 4090 for a 5080? Well, my friends, I was tired of getting 40 to 90 frames, so I figured I could get 50 to 80 frames, and that should be fine. Well, guys, welcome back to the show. Let's have some fun today. I read a lot of your guys' comments and stuff. A lot of you guys are saying that I'm crazy or I'm strange or whatever. Telling me in all caps that I made a stupid decision because the 4090 is better. Look, guys, views are already dried up on 4090. Nobody wants to watch that stuff. It's old. Nobody cares. Like, I'm not even well, let's be real. Nobody cares about NVIDIA unless I'm doing negative content bashing NVIDIA, saying how horrible and how greedy and how blah, blah, blah they are. Nobody wants to watch that content. I tried to move away from the negative content just because I don't like what it does to my mindset and stuff like that. And then, you know, coupled with the whole freaking YouTube, thing, the algorithm, how everything works. Look, guys, I don't want to have to make negative content. I figured if I traded the 4090, I traded the 4090 for the 5080 and $400. So I mean, to me, I don't really feel like I got ripped off. I mean, I got to experience a 4090 for a couple of weeks. I got to play with it. I got to, use it, make some content on it, and kind of get a general idea of, look, the 4090 led me to buy a 5090. I think we're okay. I think it served its purpose. It did what it was supposed to do. It got me to become a 5090, bro. And now I can sit and show off this monster. People are like, you're crazy, Frog. You're selling a 4090 that was going to sit on a shelf, bro. Like I legit have a 5090 right here, man. Like, do I need a 4090? If I have a 5090, do I need a 4090? I mean, like right now, gosh, dude, I love the way this MSI freaking gaming trio looks. This card is so freaking beautiful, man. I love the aesthetic of this card, man. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I've only had the 5080 since yesterday, and I already want to put my 5090 back in. Like, I already want to put Butter Smooth. I already want to go back to Butter Smoothland. Like, it's like I've only had it out for not even a little over 24 hours, guys. It's literally been a little over 24 hours since I pulled out the 5090. Dude, this card will probably be back in. Like, I'm not even joking, by the time Borderlands launches. I'll put out a few more videos and we'll see how people are, coming along to that. Because at this point, to be completely honest with you guys, like, I'm starting to not care about this PC shit, dude. Like, I'm really starting to not care, just due to the fact that, like, all the videos I'm putting out, nobody's watching. So, well, not nobody. People are watching them, but not enough to the point where it's like even worth pulling these cards out all the time and trying to make content for them. Like, it really is starting to get to a point where it's getting to a point where it's cutting into the video game time that I like to have, to a point where it's like I always find myself like, what the hell do I make? What do I make? What do I make? And it's gotten frustrating, dude. It's gotten really freaking annoying. So yeah, I will probably actually put the 5090 back in tonight. We'll go through this stream and we'll find out how many people actually watch, that 5080 stuff, dude. Like, I just don't have any freaking. I would much rather just, at this point, probably just live stream every night and throw the 5090 back in. To be completely honest with you, I'll just go to Butter Smoothland on this. I got my 9070 XT. Doesn't really even make sense Mad 4090 versus 5090 combat. You know what? Honestly, bro, if I had two builds that had plugs that I could plug them in without having to unplug them and plug them in all the time, cool, no problem. I would have done that. I would have absolutely done that. But we're talking like these power plugs on these damn cards are so finicky that one wrong move can cost you $2,000+. So yeah, let's not do that. I know that you guys I know that you guys think that content would be good, but for some reason on my channel, it just doesn't do well. Maybe I was way too mean and negative about NVIDIA for people to trust me. Actually, somebody in the comment section today, he's like, okay, you're saying nice things about NVIDIA again. Maybe we can be friends again. I'm like, dude, why do you guys not want honesty? Why do you not want honesty? Why do you not want somebody to legit try these products and give you an honest opinion? Like, look, man, I like this product. These ones are not as good as everybody says. I mean, it's just weird, man. Quit worshiping this shit, bro. Seriously, quit worshiping it. I don't worship AMD. I don't worship NVIDIA. I serve games. So I like to play games. And both of them do just fine at playing games. There's not one that's better than the other. I just because I prefer the AMD experience doesn't mean I hate NVIDIA. You know, it was just like Motion God. I already have Borderlands 4, dude. I got it free with my 5090. The grounded port reviews. The 5080 is not bad. It's just not so good that, I mean, dude, it's legit weaker than a 4090. I mean, that's true. It's weaker than a 4090, and you guys have every right to be like, damn, Frog, you were stupid for trading a 4090 for that. Look, man, how happy do you think bro is? How happy do you think that dude is that he got a 4090 for the price of a 5080 and $400? How happy do you think that guy is? Do you think that dude's happy? I mean, MSRP is $1,000, so $1,400 plus whatever tax he paid on the other card. That's what he paid for 4090. How happy do you think that guy is to go home with an Asus TUF 4090 for a little over $1,400, guys? A little over $1,400, give or take. I think it's like $75 tax or something on. I think it's like 75 or, well, no, maybe like 65, $70. It's like $70 tax on $1,000 here. So $1,470 for an Asus TUF, dude. Everybody else is selling those cards for like $1,900 over on the thing. How happy do you think that guy is over his 4090 now? I mean, he did have to trade kind of a collector's version of the 5080 though, right? You know what I mean? How much do you think that 4090 was worth, man? That 4090, dude, that was like one of the best 4090s you could get. The Asus TUF was probably one of the best, bro. I think he got a good deal. I absolutely got a good deal, dude. I got a freaking 5080 and $400, dude. I'm happy. I did. I helped out a human being, bro. Like, look, since I've been on this channel, I have been blessed with a lot of free gifts, a lot of free products. I mean, dude, it's actually one of those things where like I've gotten a lot of stuff, a lot of sim racing stuff. I've donated so much sim racing stuff to other people that it's just like, yeah, dude, like I'm going to get more stuff. I'll end up buying more stuff. Actually, at the end of this generation, I might actually, give some of the cards that I have now away on the channel or something. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was a fair trade. I feel good about it. I'm pretty sure he's happy, man. He's probably sitting at home playing his Call of Duty or whatever, having a good freaking time, and that's awesome, bro. Like, that was the whole point of it. Let me get you guys to hit that like button, please, man. There's like 49 of you here. We got 9 likes. Let's get that thing going. Did you guys see the little hype thing under videos now? Now we got to sit and beg for hype too. Now we got to beg you guys for hype. So I don't know, man. Like, it's getting to be so ridiculous on YouTube. I gotta now I gotta beg for hype too. I'm like, bro, I don't put out that hypey ass shit content that everybody else does. I put out freaking old man content made by an old man for old men most of the time. Like, I'm ecstatic that younger people watch the content, but this content's more designed for like people that just want to chill and freaking talk about gaming, man. Yeah, I vape. Let me get some of those likes, my friends. Let me get some likes so that this will start hitting other people's feeds faster. The more likes you guys hit, I'm not even joking, the more likes you guys hit, the more YouTube thinks people like this, the more willing they are to put this into other people's feeds. I would greatly appreciate whatever help that you guys can give me, man. That would be absolutely incredible. And trust me, I do appreciate it. I appreciate, coming here and hanging out with you guys. You can hear my blood pressure. I'm not even, dude. I'm like super. Actually, we'll leave the bed down because it's probably going back in tonight. So, guys, look, let's talk about this 5080 for a minute. So, 5080 Founders Edition. I like this card. I do think it's absolutely beautiful. But the thing is with it, bro, is like, I'm not even joking. Like a 9070 XT. Man, that just doesn't make any sense to buy a 5080. And then I got everybody in there telling me, oh, you got to overclock it. Dude, I'm not overclocking it. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. To overclock a freaking, oh, man. I don't understand why people are like, yeah, man, throw more power at it and burn it up as fast as you can. Just burn it up, bro. Burn it up. Look, these cards are already so squeezed. I mean, they're like, yeah, you can get 5 to 10%. And we've had this conversation multiple times. This card, the 5080 is 5 to 10% better than a 9070 XT. And guess what? When you're in the game and you're playing, bro, like when you look at it and you play it without FSR or DLSS, it's like 40 frames, 35 frames, 40 frames, 35 frames, 40 frames. Kick on freaking upscaling. Oh wow, dude, you can't really tell anymore. Now it's even closer. What's the point? What is that? What is the point? Just turn on your frame generator. Just turn on your upscaling and play your game, man. That's what it's there for. We listened to that whole thing like the last few years, people telling us that DLSS was the future and it was just as good as 4K. Look, everybody already bought that. Everybody's already sold on that. The 90% of gamers that are just going to flip these things on and use them and play games anyways. Dude, we're talking, yeah, like it's undervoting is the way to go. Look, I don't think the 5080 makes sense for gamers to buy, period. If you're a gamer, don't buy a 5080. The only way you need to buy a 5080 is if you are a content creator. Then I can see you spending a little bit extra money for that. And do not wait for these ridiculous freaking super cards, guys. I have so much freaking I tried everything at 4K. I always try everything at 4K. I've been playing 4K on the 9070 XT essentially since I bought it. Yeah, I'm gonna test trading down until you end up with like a free 5080. I know, huh? Keep trading down, huh? Be like, all right, guys, I got this incredible 5080 that I would like to trade for one of them fancy 12 gigabyte. No, I'm just joking. I should trade it for a 5090, huh? Plus cash. I don't really want, I mean, honestly, FrameX, that's probably the last card I'd ever want again is another 4070 Super. Not that it's a bad card or anything. I mean, it was fine, but I'm not, I'm not looking to go backwards with tech at this point, man. I'd rather move forward. Yeah, go ahead, Vero. Are you really already back to asking me that damn question, Vero? Gosh damn, dude, we already went over this. We already went over this. We are going with just for that, dude, just for that, I'm gonna punish your ass. I'm gonna punish you now, Vero. Take that. Do what YouTube says if you want to. I know, dude. YouTube is out here freaking pestering us, bro. Now we got to beg for freaking. I'm not even joking, man. Now we got to beg for freaking for hype. Hype me up, man. I'm such a small dude. Oh my gosh. I hate that shit, dude. I even hate having to ask you guys to give me likes, bro. But I need the likes. I do. I need the likes. I need the likes. I need the hype. I need freaking. I need it all. And hopefully I get the support. You know that I don't know. Maybe I don't deserve the support, man. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I do. Sometimes I feel like I don't. Sometimes I don't feel like I deserve the support, but I don't know, man. I try to give you guys good content. It's not always perfect. Trust and believe, man. Don't always got like the energy or even the brain capacity. Just calm down. 5070 is peak for laptops. Well, I hope I'm entertaining you guys. Thank you, Thug Nasty. I appreciate that, brother. We come back for a reason, brother. If you were lame, we wouldn't be here every night. That is true. That is true, man. Lossless scaling. Lossless scaling is horrible. Can we just admit that lossless scaling is horrible, and content creators use the shit out of that to get the clicksies, and then you all tried it and you were all like, "Yeah, this is absolute trash. I'm never turning this on again." I don't know anybody that actively uses freaking lossless scaling, dude. That shit's trash. Every time I see it and then oh gosh, that stuff is garbage. Garbage, straight garbage. Maybe older gamers with physics tied to frame rate. Maybe. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe. You might be right, Tim. That's one aspect that, oh shit, I don't play any of that old ass stuff anymore. Yeah, dude. That's like I said. Digital Foundry guy told me he's used a Samsung T7 Shield external SSD for 4K gaming for years with no issues. I agree. The only games that really need Vance, we already been over this, man. We've already seen Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart running on a spinning freaking hard drive. Save up for a 5090, not getting the 5080 right now. I would. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. Like, it is super hard to recommend a 5090. No, it's not. If you've got the money and you can make it, yeah, get a 5090, bro. Like, it'll last you a long time. But my four picks for cards, guys. 9060 XT, 16 gigabyte, 5060 Ti, 16 gigabyte, 5070 Ti, and 9070 XT. Those are the cards that I would pick. Maybe a 9070. If you could find one of those like MSRP, get a 9070, bro. I just have a feeling that those cards are a lot harder to find. So, but those would be good. To me, any fake frames is trash, but I know you like it. I only like certain fake frames, okay? They have to be MFG 4X or AMD's FSR frame generation. Smooth motion and AMD's fluid motion frames, they're usable if you're playing, if you're like playing like Flight Simulator or something that you don't necessarily need for a whole lot of turning the camera action. Cool, you can use those to smooth out your frames, but I think the other two are better. I just don't see a need for buying the it does need the vector data. Once you have the vector data, that's pretty good. Oh man, I wish you would stop texting me while I'm in the middle of live streaming though. Like like I already said, unplugging and plugging in the 5090, guys, that to me, I don't want to take that chance. Okay. Like I don't want to keep pulling it out and putting it in and pulling it out and putting it in. That's why I said, dude, like after this stream, I'm probably just going to put the 5090 back in and just leave it in there and just cover the 9070 XT or something, you know? I just don't want to keep ripping it out and putting it back in and stuff like that. Like that makes me nervous, man. Like I just spent, I know you guys think I'm rich because I buy a lot of these freaking cards all the time. Trust and believe I'm not, dude. Like I have so much anxiety of spending that much money on the channel. But I do it because I want the knowledge and I don't really have any other hobby. And you know what I mean? So I mean, it's basically like all the money that I would have spent on all other hobbies combined have went right into gaming. And like I spent a lot of money on this stuff, man. And I just spent $2,600 on this 5090 and I just want to love it. The 5090 is the best. This right here is butter smooth land, bro. 5090. Like, look at that, dude. Oh man, it even puts a little chunky weight in my hand. Look at that, bro. I can almost like, oh, look, you can see the veins on my arm pop holding it. Yes, guys, the 5090 is an absolute beast. And I wish everybody could get one, man. Honestly, I do. I wish everybody could get a 5090. I think you guys would love it, dude. It really is a great one. But at the end of the day, those 4 cards that I just made a video on, every single one of those is a good GPU, man. I don't know. Yeah, this is the 5090. The 5090 can give me 300 plus fake frames on any game I want to play, bro. Like, why wouldn't I? I knew immediately once I tried MFG4X on this monster, it was all over. It was all over. MFG4X on a 5090, bro. 5090. I'm not even joking, guys. Like I legit can't believe I actually bought a 5090. Look at that freaking badass dragon, dude. Damn, gosh, this card is so beautiful. It is a lot more beautiful in freaking in like in your hands than it is like on the pictures and stuff. Like it is very nice. I play all my games on my 4K 32-inch monitor with some DLSS. MSI, man. MSI, yeah, dude, this card is a beautiful card. I absolutely love it. How old? Bro, how are you? I'm good, Lee Tech. I'm good, man. I'm good. I have both Astral 5080 and a Liquid 5090. Very, very freaking lucky. Lucky. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't spend $1,800 on a 5080 after testing this freaking Founders Edition out, guys. I would have been so sad if I would have spent $1,800 on that. Woo! 3 years, Cabbage. Gosh dang, bro. That's insane, man. Cabbage has basically been here at the channel since the very beginning. He runs the Discord, man. If you guys get over into the Discord and start giving Cabbage crap, he has full reins, bro. I trust him very, very much. If he gets rid of you, I don't even second question him. I know you guys can be troublemakers, so 3 freaking years, man. That's badass, bro. Yeah, I mean, I mean, as long as you're doing what he wants you to, or as long as you don't annoy him, dude, just the cucks. Yeah. What was that last one? Oh my gosh, dude, that guy freaking crazy. No, don't be doing that. Don't double watch. Dude, I just need you to watch once and hit that like button. Hit that like so we can get into other people's feeds. If you guys appreciate the live streams and you guys want to talk about it, I'm trying to read your guys. I try to read your comments at the same time as we're going through. That way I can talk to you guys at the same time and get real-time feedback so that we're having like a good conversation and keeping it going. But yeah, a lot of people think that I'm not even joking, guys. Look, I really did think this too. I thought, look, man, I'm sick of getting 40 to 90 frames on these games. So I thought getting a 5080 and getting 50 to 80 frames was going to be a lot better. I don't know. I guess I made a mistake. I didn't think that I didn't know any better. Okay. Like I didn't know any better. I had to return to MSI Expert 5080 the other day because it had the worst coil whine ever. Sucks because that card was built so well. Oh, Mikey, dude, that is another freaking card that I would absolutely love to have, bro. Like I was looking at those experts back when the last generation for the 4080 and stuff, but they actually make them in 5070 Ti as well. Another good looking card this year is the freaking Asus freaking Strix 5070 Ti's. 5050 you don't like? Oh, it's not that I don't like it, Dare D. It's just really it's like really really close to like 9070 XT and 5070 Ti that it's like wow. So the only way I could recommend that is if you're a content creator. But I don't know, you'll have the other people out there telling you that you can overclock it and it's going to give you 4090 power, which absolutely it is not. Dude, that 4090 would train wreck that 5080, bro, every single day of the week. Like you put on the 5090 or the 4090 on like just pure Rasta, you can tell that card's got power. Like you can tell that card's a beast. Like right out the gate. You put the 5080 in there and you do the same settings and you're like, okay, what? Wait a minute. Like that 4090 was a monster. The 5080 legit feels like it feels like a 90 it feels like an overclocked 9070 XT. Go figure. Pure Rastaman. I'm not even joking. Like the 5080 literally feels like you would like what you would get if you overclocked a 9070 XT or a 5070 Ti. That's all it feels like. It literally just feels like a little bit better. My photo of what I turned you into. Oh yeah, dude, that looked pretty cool, man. That looked pretty cool. I did like it. I was like, damn, dude, I'm one of them freaking Pixar stars. You're right, Captain Caveman. It's just got more CUDAs. It's just got more CUDA cores. But yeah, dude, it legitimately is basically a 5070 Ti. Like that's exactly what it feels like. It's a little bit stronger, but it's like, dude, you're going from like on Assassin's Creed Shadows, I go from 35 maxed out on a 9070 XT, 9070 XT to literally freaking, I'm not even joking, 40 frames, bro. Like 39. It bounces between 40 and 39. So it's like, gosh damn, dude, am I even getting that big of an upgrade? And then the 4090 was like 45, you know? So I was like, oh, damn. The 5090 is the only card that can literally play Assassin's Creed Shadows maxed out at a 60 FPS experience without anything else. This is the only card. The 5080 does have 2 decoders, which is better for those of you that are content creators. Between 9070 XT and the 5090 in my experience, I put 9070 XT over the 5080. It just, Danny, it really just depends on the game. It really just depends on the game. I bet the freaking 9070 XT could legit trade blows on a lot of games with a 5080, bro. In my experience, my 9070 XT is above the 5070 Ti in a lot of the games that I like to play. And so that puts the 9070 XT closer to the 5080 in my eyes when you compare like for like those particular games. So yeah, it's the 5080 is kind of an interesting card. It is almost as interesting as like a 5060 Ti, a 5060, bro, like a 5060. It's like two cards that kind of just maybe should not exist. Or yeah, the 5070 Ti is an awesome card and an awesome value. So that makes the 5080 like the odd one out. You know what I mean? If the 5080 had like 24 gigs of VRAM, then it would be justifiable. You know what I mean? It would be a different subclass all on its own, because that card would give it the 24 gigs of VRAM on that card would make that a more like it would make it make sense more. Like 16 gigs of VRAM on a 5080. It's not horrible, but it's not what I would call like, I don't know, man. That 5090 just makes the 5080 look weird. Yeah, I don't think the 5080 is worth it unless you're a content creator. I would not recommend. I can't recommend buying a 5080 to play games. Tough 5090, and I enjoyed the 9070 XT experience more. That's kind of where, I mean, Danny, to this day, AMD is my main platform to game on. Even with the 5090, I love the 5090. Like I love being in there, just being able to jump in there and like crank everything up and play with MFG 4X and stuff like that. I really do like it. Like it's pretty cool to like see your games running at like 300 frames a second. But every time I get on the 9070 XT, I'm like, damn, this is sufficient. I'm like, this is sufficient. You know what I mean? It's like, I love the 5090. I love what it does, but gosh damn, dude, the 9070 XT is just sufficient. It is. It really just is. I look at something like the 5090 and I'm just like, gosh damn, that's a lot. And then I look at the experience that I have on all the other cards and I'm just like, this is the card. The 5090 is the card that developers and stuff should be buying to build our games. I don't know. And plus, when you're on a 5090 and you're playing a game and it's not doing what you think it should, where else do you go from there? Like, where else do you go from there? Seriously. Ooh, man, we got 76 people in here. Let's see. Can we get some more likes on there, my friends? Can we get that? Can we get that to match that? Now we're at 84. Can we boost that like, man? Just hit that like button, please. It's free and it makes it so other people will show up to the stream. That would be awesome and much appreciated. I do appreciate the support. RTX Pro. Yeah, I mean, like, is Konami your fave? Kojima? I do like Kojima. I think he's pretty cool. I like Death Stranding too, man. I thought that was an absolute banger, dude. Absolute banger. How much hotter does my 5090 run over the 5080? I worry about that, to be honest, Rog. And yes, I'm a streamer. The 5090 runs hot, man. It's got a lot of power, bro. It puts off a lot of heat. It has a lot of waste. You're not using 36 gigs. If you're not doing AI, you're not using 36 gigs of VRAM. Or maybe you are if you're like rendering video or something, but I don't know. 5080 is sufficient for running, like for doing a lot of that stuff. If the 5080 was on par with the 4090, that would just alienate the 4090 bros, man. NVIDIA has got a very tight line they got to walk with this upper section, bro. They cannot have their next in line defeat the 90 class anymore. Nepo, it's just a really cheap one, bro. I bought this, dude. I bought this as a pre-built, man. I never expected it to house a 5090, bro. That thing went from a 4070 Super to a 5090. What a beast. It's just a gigabyte B650 board running it with a 7800X 3D. I don't know, guys. I kind of feel good about giving. I feel good about that deal. I got a 5080 Founders Edition, bro. That card is nice. That card is nice. So much the FE that man temps on those get hot, but what about? But we got one 4 Astral 5080s to OC within 5% of a 4090 out of the box performance. But okay, so getting it to that, this is my thing. It's like, yeah, everybody says like overclock it, but it's like, is that even sustained? Is that like sustained performance? And like 5%, you know, up to I don't know, bro. That case is feeling. Oh yeah, dude, that case is feeling like it's gonna burst. Oh gosh, 4090 is probably your favorite card of all time. Nice. Yeah, it's a good card, bro. Hey, the 4090 is a good card. I liked it, guys. Don't get me wrong. Look, man, it did its job. It did its job, dude. Froggy literally bought a 5090. I bought a 5090. Okay. Wouldn't you say that the 4090 did its job by getting me to buy a 5090 right after that? I did test. Oh, yeah, I haven't tested that. What is with you weirdos? Yeah, just test it and see how shitty it really is. What is with you guys, bro? Look. I know that a 5080 can't do it. You should know that a 5080 can't do it. Like, what is wrong? Like, why do people like just make? I'm not even gonna lie. When I turned 5080 on and I only got 40 frames on Assassin's Creed, I automatically was like, damn, this was a bad deal. That was the first thought that went through my head. I'm not even joking. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this was a horrible idea. Why did I do that? Like, this sucks. And then I turned on freaking upscaling. And I'm not even gonna lie, it took me a few minutes to like get out of that funk headspace that I was in, because it's weak, dude. Like trying to play any of these games on these cards, the native resolution, they're all weak. Even the 5090 is weak compared to what you pay for it. Without the features, bro, these cards are without the features, man. I don't know. Like there's no being proud about any of this shit without the features. To be completely honest with you, no, I'm actually one with the 3060 bros now. I feel their pain and struggle, and I reached out to meet them halfway with my very own 5050. So I feel at one with the 5060 bros now. We can all live in harmony together. I just have to put in my 5050 to hang out with them though. Let's be real. Every single one of these GPUs, if you're not using the features, Are any of them really impressive? Let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, none of these GPUs can do freaking 4K 60 maxed out with path tracing and everything. None of them can do it without the features. Yeah, dude, I love my 3060 bros. We are all one and the same now. He couldn't understand what I meant. Oh, dude. Yeah. The 4090 would smoke the 5080, dude. It does. It really does. In raw power, yeah, the 4090 is better, but you're going to use DLSS. You have to use DLSS on the 4090. You have to use DLSS on the 5080. Once you use those technologies, both of them are good, playable experiences. Both of them. Almost to the point where it's like you can't really tell a massive difference. You know what? That's something I wish that I would have tested before. Well, I wish I could have just ran the 4090 at performance DLSS without upscaling so that I could see how that runs, so that I could do the same thing on the 5080, because I think that once you turn those on, I think your performance is pretty close. If I want native resolution, I'm lowering those settings to go beyond 60 FPS. There's two, not by much, over 40, but considerably over the 30 and 20. Oh, absolutely. Dude, the 5050 is not a bad card, bro. Asus TUF B850 is killer bang for buck. Nice, nice. Toy to the setup. Got the Razer Taurus V2 one-handed. Oh, nice. Nice. I have a Warrior RTX 3060. Well, I started at a 3060 freaking. I started on a 3060 Ti. I don't know. I don't know if I saved a lot of that stuff, Flemish, because I don't have a. I mean, dude, storage is expensive, and I'm not really like a benchmark channel, so no, I don't really hang on to it all. I delete it when I need space. A new adrenaline. No, it's not. The 5050 has MFG 4X. The 3060 doesn't. New adrenaline software 25. Yep, exactly. Yep. I put out a video yesterday for that. But now we're right back to talking about the freaking 5080. I should just start putting it in right now, huh? I should just put it in. Dude, it's like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I want to have the 4090 back up for I want to have the 4090 back in for battle for Borderlands 4, because I just want to be able to play some games. I might just do that. Like I'm just gonna live stream and play games for a while anyway, so it's perfectly okay. I got some companies that have reached out to me to cover some products and stuff on the channel, so we'll be doing some videos on some of that stuff. Oh, what's this one? Oh, just got a shipping invoice for what product was this again? Oh yeah, that one's a cool product though. That's why I got the laptop back up and running. We got this freaking laptop dock that's supposed to make it so I can get on three screens, bro. So we're gonna pull the 1440p back over here. We're gonna have all three screens. Yeah, dude, that is a very cool, man. That is a cool freaking dock, bro. CPU details during Black Friday. I want to upgrade my 7600X. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's probably CPU deals right now. 6 terabyte, that enough for me. 6 terabytes. Yeah, dude, I need way more than 6 terabyte. 9070 XT and send a 5080 back. Did you already receive your 5080? Well, didn't you say you're a streamer, bro? Like if you're a streamer, just keep it. Like just keep it and be happy, man. That's all I can say is look, it doesn't matter what GPU you buy. Okay, like I'm not even joking. Like it doesn't matter which one you buy. Like you can be happy with every single GPU that I have on my freaking table, on my shelf. They're all good GPUs. They all play video games. They all get the job freaking done. There's look, the 5080. I mean, every one of these GPUs are going to pay themselves off fast too. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand like why. I just don't understand why like other content creators want to keep everybody locked in this like ridiculous dumb cycle, making them feel like, dude, a $250 GPU, that's nothing compared to the amount of entertainment that this is going to give you. Like, why would anybody freak out about a $250 GPU? Like, if you've got enough money, if that's all the money you got to buy a GPU, buy the freaking GPU and enjoy it. Why the hell would you even freak out about it? Buy what you can afford and play it. Use it. Have fun. Get all the freaking dude. Nothing is worse. Nothing is like people ask me, like people wonder, like Frog, why would you buy a PS5 Pro right at launch? Well, think about it for a minute. The PS5 Pro is going to give me a better experience on those games, right? Why wouldn't I want that from the earliest time I can get it forward? The sooner you get the product, the faster it starts to pay itself off. That's my mind. Like why? Think about it, bro. Like if you're buying a game and you're stuck on old ass crummy hardware that's holding that experience back from being great, why would you want to play through that game on a horrible freaking platform? Like you're spending money for them. Oh, see, I don't know. Like I just think it's weird, bro. PS5 Pro is not a scam. It is an option. Quit saying everything's a scam. It's an option. It's an option. You have an option. Nobody's forcing you to buy it. You have an option. Third-party PC controller reviews. There's a lot of great content doing that. I do have a bunch of those on my channel already. The last one I reviewed is this right here. The Nacon Revolution X. This is my favorite controller right now is the Nacon Revolution X. And then I also have the Nacon Revolution 5 Pro AMD system for the price of the Pro. Yeah, you can. Xbox, yeah. It's an Xbox controller. This one here has, let me plug it in and show you guys the lighting and stuff. Xbox. This screen right here, you got programmable functions and stuff. You can even adjust the stick, the acceleration and all of that stuff in there. Very, very cool controller, man. Very cool. Very good with like racing games. It's got Hall effect joysticks, Hall effect triggers. Very cool ass controller, man. GameSir's got some good good controllers. They were supposed to send me the new one, the GameSir Pro, and they just, I guess they forgot who I was or something. I'm pretty sure the tariffs made it so they didn't send one to me. To come to think about it, I don't think a lot of American gamers or American content creators have been getting a lot of stuff lately. Where can you get this controller? Best Buy, Amazon, basically everywhere. You want me to drop a link in here for you? Ooh, boy, that thing almost committed. I'm going to put this card up there so I don't fall off. I'll get you a link for this controller. Damn. Let me get you a link. Where's my Amazon bar at now? Dude, they've changed this thing and it's so annoying. Nacon Revolution eggs. Get the link. Get the link. Get the link. Okay, here you go. Here is a link for Nacon Revolution X Pro. My best good favorite controller. I've had it now for about 6 months since it launched. Nacon sent it out to me. No stick drift, no bumper buttons are broken. Fabulous controller. It's got like weights that you can put in here to reduce the to increase the weight of the controller or make it less. It's a badass controller, man. I freaking love it. It comes with its own little box of gizmos and gadgets aplenty. But this thing fell on the floor the other day. I haven't picked it all up. You get multiple freaking joystick tops on here. There's like these really big fat ones. I can't really show them to you that well on this camera. You've got, like I was saying, like the weights that go on the controller handle. You've got little rings that you can put on the joysticks to restrict movement and stuff. You can have either a regular freaking D-pad or the circle D-pad. You can change the lighting on it. It's a pretty badass controller. Best controller ever. You guys are LG guys, huh? I like LGs. LGs are LGs, man. They're LG. L to the G, man. That's just crazy how many people were upset in the comments section over that video that I did, man. What about the length of these freaking videos, guys? How do you guys feel about those? Should I start cutting some of that stuff out, or do you guys like the charm of that kind of content, man? It's not like I'm trying to boost like the time it takes me. I try to show you guys so that you see how long this stuff takes. I don't want to waste your time, but look, man, I'm just trying to create a movie for you guys. $39 Xbox controller PC. Yeah, I mean, I just my only thing, guys, is if you're gonna buy a controller, make sure you get one with Hall Effect joysticks. That's probably the most important thing to have is those. That's the most important thing, is to have Hall Effect joysticks. Hall Effect joysticks, Hall Effect triggers. Hall Effect is magnetic, so it's usually pretty good. Nice. No way, we're super sick. People are like, "Whoa, man!" Like it's funny that yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I did it for the clicks. Why else? What? Not? Look, guys, honestly, the 4090 was sitting on the shelf, bro, and I have a 5090, so it made more sense to upgrade to a 5080. Don't freak out on me. Seriously, man, like the 5080 with frame generation gives me more frames than I get on the 4090. If you're looking at anything 5070 or 5080, wait about 2 weeks. Why does everybody keep saying that? You realize that the 5070 and the 5080 Super are going to be significantly higher prices than what you can buy the cards for right now. Like significantly higher prices. You really think NVIDIA is going to launch 18 and 24 gigabyte GPUs and give them away? Really? We're talking about NVIDIA, bro. They are not giving you anything. They're going to take everything from you and give you nothing but hopes and wishes. They're going to take everything from you. And then when you're like, oh man, I guess I'm just going to have to get one of them old 5070 Ti's, the prices on those are going to be back up. And then you're going to be like, damn. Look, I honestly urge people, if you need an upgrade right now, buy whatever's available at MSRP. Because if not, then you're just going to end up paying a lot more money, or you're going to keep waiting, and you're going to have a poor. I would much rather you have a good gaming experience right now than wait and potentially quit gaming because of, yeah, dude. Yeah, you're right. It will be that price MSRP, but the freaking 5080 Super was $1,000 MSRP, and I think the cheapest you could get one of those was like $1,500 up until just a couple of weeks ago. They got cheaper all of a sudden. Do you really think they're going to come out and be cheaper? Like they're not going to be cheaper, bro. They're going to be more expensive. The price is going to go right back up. And then the price of these cards that are at MSRP right now, those cards are going to go back up to justify the higher prices for the other cards. Exactly, dude. When 50 series came out, the prices of 40 series cards, dude, they were trying to get $1,500 for 4070 Ti Super. $1,500 for that card, man. Like, what the freak? I don't know, dude. That is like horrible. That's like horrible advice to tell people to wait. If you can buy the cards at MSRP, that is the time to buy the cards. Period. End of subject. I will never change my mind on that again. If you see cards hitting MSRP, that is the time to buy them immediately, because as soon as the new cards come out, the prices shoot back up, and the prices of those cards shoot back up too. That's just how it goes, man. A 16 gigabyte GPU will get you at least 5 years. I think 5 years. Okay. We've got 2 years before the new consoles come out, and then 2 to 3 years before they come out of cross-generation games. 16 gigabytes is going to be more than sufficient to give you a gaming experience that you can have fun playing. 5070 Ti, 9070 XT are more than sufficient to power 1440p. More than sufficient to power 1440p for the next 5 years. 9060 XT, 5070 or 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. Those cards are more than sufficient to power 1440p, but you might have to roll back to 1080p. Worst case scenario within the next 5 years, you might be back at we're talking, I mean, you might be back at 1080p high frame rate, but you will still be able to do 1440p at a decent frame rate. Whereas the other two cards, the 5070 Ti and the 9060 XT, yeah, I need the camera to settle down. You did. Okay, bet me your house, bro. I don't have a house, so I mean, it's not like I can give you a house, but yeah, I'll take your house, bro, when that shit goes way back up. Okay, 24 gigabytes is very good for who? The AI bros. If they put that card out for MSRP, dude, the AI bros are gonna buy that up really fast, really fast. That price is going back up, bro. Like we're still looking at 5080, a 5080 Astral for $1,800. $1,800. How much do you think the ROG Astral is going to be after it has 24 gigs of VRAM and a higher power budget? That thing's going up to 22 to 2400 buckaroos, buddy. I mean, you might be able to get a PNY, but you already know that you really think NVIDIA is going to mass produce freaking Founders Edition cards to give everybody the opportunity to get one at MSRP? No, man. They're not going to do that. Why would you bet your house? You have a gambling problem. You have a gambling problem, bro. You have a gambling problem. I guarantee it's going to go up, man. Thanks, Lee Tech. What was the 4090 at MSRP at launch? It was $1,699, and it stayed about $2,000 plus the whole time it was on the market. They raise the price because they know people. Yeah, dude, people are going to want to buy the supers, so they're going to raise the price on the other cards. They're going to go back up to justify that higher price. Apex 4, Wukong, that thing looks insane. Oh, nice. Super will be the better buy. The super, well, of course, the super. Okay, the super is going to have the better specs. It doesn't mean it's going to be the better buy. You're going to get freaking taken advantage of hardcore if that thing really does come with 24 gigs of VRAM. Ooh, boy, that is going to be. You really think they're going to let that thing go cheap? Two FPS gain with 24 gigs of VRAM, bro, so you can actually use the features. Okay, well, I've been PC gaming since the 30 series, and I ain't ever seen. I've always seen the prices fluctuate, like go down, like hit MSRP, and then the new card comes out, and then boom, MSRP goes away. It goes away pretty fast. I was unable to get a 4080 Super at MSRP. I had to pay. Well, the 4080 Super, that was an easier card to get in that generation. Everybody was so broke on the 40 series because they just got taken advantage of on the 30 series, bro. Really or not, already went past 16 gigs of VRAM at 4K with the 5080. The 5080 is still a 256-bit bus. It's still technically a 1440p card. The only real card that's actually designed for full throughput of 4K is probably the 5090. 5090 should actually be pretty decent. I mean, even like playing 8K on the 5090 is kind of like it kind of feels a little bit sluggish for some reason. Even if it's at 60 frames a second, like it feels like there's a lot of latency. Like it feels kind of heavy to play some of those games. Ooh, yeah. $3090 is so expensive right now. Yeah, people are still trying to get like $900 for those. Yeah, it was $11.99 and the 4080 Super was $9.99. And NVIDIA is not losing money either price. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like the prices are going to shoot right back up, man. How many generations in a row do you think NVIDIA could like backpedal on price and not have people pissed off that they wasted all that money on well overpriced cards? Like what was the reasoning for all these cards to be overpriced this generation, man? The 4080 Super, exactly. It was the same exact card. Oh gosh. They just put an S on it. They're like, it's super. I promise it's super. Gosh. 5080, the 4080 Superman, that was like, I don't know. I bought that card and I was like, I don't know about this one. I'm keeping my 7900 XTX, bro. Got to pay for the AIB LED lights. Yeah, well, I'm telling you guys, man, you guys expect these things to be, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just telling you guys my thoughts on it, bro. You can either take it, or leave it. Like, it is what it is. I mean, it's your money at the end of the day. You buy whatever the hell you want to buy. If it was appealing enough, I'd probably buy it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing to me, though. Like, the money to buy the stuff up front is less important than the amount of entertainment I'm going to get long run, though. I don't think they're going to pull a lower price. They're scared. They're not scared. NVIDIA, bro. NVIDIA's not scared. It's Memecast guy here, back at it again. Let's talk about Jim Ryan's hair. Huh. Jim Ryan is no longer in the picture. He cashed out and left. He's like, I'll do Sony solid. I'll get them set on this retard course and take all their money away. They already have dominance. Why would they want dominance if they already have it? Usually companies that have dominance start to get complacent after a while, and that's exactly what NVIDIA is doing. They've gotten complacent. They think they're untouchable when, dude, the 9070 XT shows you that AMD is a lot farther ahead than a lot of people want to admit. The 9070 XT is the only GPU this generation that actually made something significant. You got the 7900 XTX power and 60 CUs, man, 64 CUs or whatever. That's impressive. That is impressive. Like you've essentially, like, what did NVIDIA do, bro? They weren't able to cut anything down. If anything, they just went bigger and went home. They're like, yeah, we'll just go bigger. Like $200 more. 5080 Super is probably going to be like $1,300 and will be bought out, sold for 18. Yeah, exactly, dude. Those cards are not going to be cheaper. My honest, this is my honest freaking thing, my honest take for UK, because there's a lot of misinformation out there in the world right now. Why the cards are cheaper, they're closer to MSRP. This is the time to buy a GPU. If you don't, you're what's up, Andrew? Yeah, dude, I don't know. High end RDNA 5 will have 196 CUs. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's I don't know. Maybe if they're like 2 nanometer or the pictometer, that's where we want to go. We want to go to pictometer. Or yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I really do feel like I don't know, 196 CUs there. They don't need that much. With RDNA 4, bro, they don't need that much. They could probably crank out 96 CUs and throw like a 450. That's what AMD should do. Crank out 96 CUs, throw a 450 watt throw 150 watt power on there and see what it does. Yeah, they're getting pretty crafty over there, aren't they, man? It's chiplet, so it's possible. Well, I mean, I guess if they go back to chiplets, they would have to get them to be performant, man. RDNA 4 is very, very impressive to me. After testing the whole NVIDIA stack now, I'm not even joking. Like, I literally, from the 5050 to 5090, after testing the full NVIDIA stack, that 9070 XT is absolutely impressive. GPU. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good trade, Michael. I feel good about it, dude. I don't feel negative about it. Like, I don't feel like I'm out like a whole bunch of money or anything like that. I feel like it was good. I feel good about it. I like the 5080. I mean, it's not a bad card. If I would have bought one at launch. Sorry guys, if I would have got one at launch like I did this one, I would have been happy with that. Yeah, I wasn't probably going to use a 4090, and I didn't want to have two GPUs with the potential for that plug to start melting, running at the same time. They just got the 9070 XT to outperform 90 or 7900 XTX. Yeah. Yeah, I just wish that they would do a 9080 XT with like 96 CUs, give it like a 440 watt power and just see what it would do. Why would I buy another 4090? At 5090, I had my 5090 mount my plug. Damn, dude. What one did you have? Like junkies chasing performance. It's going good, Cameron. It's going good, man. It's faster as the 5080 compared to the fit. Not very. If using MFG 4X, I was averaging about 160 to 170, and now I'm at 200-ish, 210. It went from like 170 to 210 or 200. You had the Asus Tough 5090 and it burnt? Did you plug it in all the way? Were you using ATX 3.1? I need more details, man. Don't scare me. Yeah, I didn't spend $2,600 to let that thing sit on a shelf, bro. It's going back in. If it melts, it is what it is, bro. It's not that it needs active cooling. It's that it freaking needs... No, it's a plane. No, it's a checkerbird. It's a checkerbird. Checkerbirds are back. Checkerbirds be flying around. I don't see many checkerbirds anymore, Mr. Dude. I haven't seen them for a while. Best Buy warranty for my 5090? I did not, because I probably won't have it long enough to pay for that. I will probably have it long enough for the manufacturer's warranty, though. I mean, I'll probably end up upgrading to 6090. I will. I'll be upgrading every generation, so there's no sense in buying extra warranty. I really do hope we get higher cards from AMD. NVIDIA has pulled me in every gen. Yeah, they have every gen. Temperature monitoring 16-pin cable. Yeah. I mean, I got that thermal take freaking PSU, and I'll be running an undervolt on my 5090 and then lower the power limit. I'll probably drop the power limit just a little bit. I'll probably run it at 90 or something. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Hold on, guys. I got to do something real quick. Hold on, guys. I got to just hurry up and take this picture real quick. Okay. What the hell? Why is this thing only freaking... This thing is acting all weird, guys. Sorry, man. I'm trying to give this place that wants me to um, okay, so like I said, I've got a few products that these people want me to cover. So going over back and forth, with like the stuff for that is pretty cool. Sitting on high on the hog frog. What is that supposed to mean? Well, I'm not sitting high on the hog. I just get up and go to work every day, and then I choose to invest my money in the YouTube channel. So, yeah, I don't know. Probably not very much. I don't really know. I kind of want to test it on PCIe Gen 5, but I don't think I mean maybe if I you know what the thing is, Cameron, is I don't think there's any games that actually take freaking full advantage of that speed, so probably nothing. Yeah, I told you it was good, Quacky. I don't understand why people freaking I don't understand why people. It's like I say a game's good, man. I'm not just saying the game is good just to say it's good. I mean, I usually enjoy them. Usually enjoy them, man. I'm not here to lie to anybody. I mean, especially that game. I legit bought it with my own money. 70 hours a week, every week, and I invest my money in the S&P 500. Yeah, it's good for, yeah, I mean, like storage speeds and stuff. That's probably more important than the graphic speed. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, if you really think about it, like that speed, like once game engines are actually optimized, dude, like game engines are still primitive, bro. We're not even using the full power of like the 5090 or the 50. We're probably not even using the full power of the 5050, bro, to be real. Data centers which use a dual GPUs interconnected by a high-speed NVLink interconnect operating at 10 terabytes per second. That's pretty fast. Stock market equals letting someone else have fun with your money. Yeah, exactly. I'm not about to be putting my money in there. Hell no, man. I'm not going to be doing that. Let's get some more likes in here, my friends. I know there's more people in here that have likes to give. Let's get some likes, man. Like we've had 598 views. Let's try to get them likes up there so that more people will come and hang out with us, guys. I like it when people hang out with us. It's pretty good. My money is all on the stocks and stacks. My money's all on them shelves. Come here, cat. No, come here. I'll be right back. Come here. He doesn't want to let you in. Well, I'll let you in. I think he's in there. I'll be right back, guys. Oh my goodness, my friend. So, you know what, guys? I'm going to be honest. Part of me really, really, really wants to go back to shilling AMD every single day. Especially after getting a 5080. And the reason for that is because I think a lot of people can afford the AMD experience. You know, like a 9060 XT, 9070 XT, 9070. Obviously, you know, they're probably more than likely going to be pairing it with an AMD CPU. So, yeah, part of me wants to go back to shilling AMD every day. But at the end of the day, I am very impressed with the NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs. So I want to try to be fair. I want to try to be unbiased. I want to try to be balanced. I want to try to deliver content that is going to help you feel good about whatever decision you make as a gamer. I love the AMD experience, especially RDNA 4. I think it's absolutely incredible. I do not regret ever telling anybody to buy it. I 100% stand by that. I think that if you buy a 9070 XT, I think you're going to be happy. I think if you buy a 5070 Ti, I think you're going to be happy. The biggest thing is NVIDIA. If NVIDIA does come out and completely shake up that whole freaking stack, like a 5070 Ti, that card has no business getting 24 gigabytes of VRAM. It really doesn't. It just messes up that whole stack. And does NVIDIA do that now? Do they? I've always looked at these leaks for the 24 gigs and 18 gigs and stuff like that. I've always looked at these leaks as more wishful thinking and hoping and wishing and praying that NVIDIA would do that, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for NVIDIA to do that this generation when next generation is the generation of the new consoles. Where are those going to fall? Where do those fall VRAM wise to make it worth? Didn't sell off any cards, did you? No, I didn't. I don't think that if anything, I would probably sell like a 5060 Ti, maybe. But I don't know. I don't even know about that. My gut is telling me that right now, this generation, AMD is probably the better buy for people. But let's face it, most people look at AMD and they don't even see AMD as an option. They don't even see it as an option. They legit just feel like, oh my gosh, NVIDIA is the best. And so I don't know, man. Like, I don't like it when people look at me like I'm weird, bro. Do you find more recent games are getting support for DLSS? Or, well, now that FSR, see, the only reason why we weren't getting FSR 4 support is because the AMD wasn't allowing people to just put it in there. They had to whitelist everything. Well, now that's done. It's whitelisted. As of yesterday, now games coming out with FSR 3.1 will have day one support for FSR 4. You just flip the switch and it should work, as long as it's a DX12 game. If they're made on Vulkan or something else, then you might be waiting longer. But as it sits right now, everything coming out should have native day one support for FSR 4 as long as FSR 3 is programmed into the game. So now I don't see it as a problem. Now it's like, now we just need to worry about support being there day one for those games. So yeah, it's at a point now where I think we're going to start moving forward. Redstone's going to make things even better for this. Well, Framerate X, as soon as you go out and buy both a Blackwell card and an RDNA 4 card, then you can make wild claims however you want to. Until you've done that, I don't think that I think that you should put your money where your mouth is, like I have. If you're going to make a claim like AMD can't beat NVIDIA, I think you should put your money where your mouth is. What's up, Onyx? I think you should have to buy them both. No, you need to buy them. No, you need to buy them and actually game on them, like I do. Not testing them out for a few minutes. You need to buy them and actually put in the work and test them, man. I think that's the only way to actually do it. And they do, like AMD does beat, like, dude, the 9070 XT beats the 5080 Ti or the 5080 in some games. Live with them. That's why Blackwell barely has any architectural performance. Would you recommend the 7900 XTX? Yeah. I mean, the XTX, here's the thing with the XTX. You don't necessarily need it. It is a great card, and it still should perform just fine. But I would say that the better option, the better, more affordable option would probably just be to get a 9070 XT. The 7900 XTX has come back down to $1,000. Well, that's a pretty wild claim that you can make a 4070 Super beat a 9070 XT. Are you talking like with the ray tracing or something? Maybe there's like the one or two or the few games that NVIDIA, sponsors that they can make it look like it beats it. They couldn't see. I don't know why. I don't understand for the life of me why the 5080 isn't just a cut down, because it's not even on the same die as the 5090, isn't it? That leaves a lot of room for NVIDIA to come out and make like a pared down 4090. Same price. I mean, the 4070 Super doesn't even have 16 gigs of VRAM, bro. Like, there's games that like might run a little bit, but I don't know. Overclocking Beast, the 5080. I've heard that. Is the 4090 better using DLSS? Based, if you use all the features on the 5080, you can get it to outperform the 4090. Well, I'm not an overclocker. I wouldn't even know where to begin, bro. Dude, I would have to fully understand how to do all that to do that. Raw performance is better on the 4090, but the 5080 with the features is a lot better. You guys just have to accept the features. That's what I was told. I was told by this community to accept the features, and because it's the future. Now that I've accepted the freaking features, now everybody's trying to tell me that no, you can't do that. Why do the goalposts move so much in this community? What was the mistake? Oh, I don't know. Everybody was telling me in the comment section that I made a mistake. Kind of a play on words. Everybody told me apparently I made a mistake, so I was like, okay, what was the mistake? We just came to the same conclusion. If the 5070 Ti is $750 and the 9070 XT is $699, customers will buy the NVIDIA. That's just this. Yeah, that's usually the issue that AMD always has, is people are always willing to give away money for something that they don't need. But that's the whole point of me, bro, trying to like show people the difference. frame gen 2x 4080 Super, and it works flawlessly. I don't notice any input lag in the playing with my Series X controller. Exactly. When you're using frame generation on a controller, Cameron, you're not going to notice a whole lot of frame generation. 4090s are still over $1,600, and you can get the 5080s, which outperform the 4090 from $999 and up. Yeah. Can you trade me a 1080 Ti for a 5090? How's that even a good trade for me? How much? Like, nobody's even going to watch 1080 Ti videos, bro. That doesn't even make sense. It has to at least kind of make sense for me to make a stupid deal like that. I mean, the 5080 and $400 for a 4090, that was a good deal. No, no. I mean, I don't even think I get any. Oh, it's a classic. Is it in a good frame so that I can hang it on a wall? Strix 3080 Ti. How many dollars? How many dollars is it? How many dollars do you want for it? I'll trade you straight across for a 5060 Ti. No, I'm just joking. Huh. Signed by Jensen, huh? Yeah, I think the 9070 XT is actually selling pretty well. Could do 550. Yeah, it's a bit steep for me, man. It's just because I'm poor now. I spent all my money. I spent all the last of my money. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even think I could legit buy a video game this week. I just bought Silk Song for Junior, so he's going to be working on a review for that for you guys because he wanted to play that on the switcheroo. Yeah, exactly, dude. AMD is not a charity. That's the whole reason I got in a fight with freaking Hardware Unbox, bro. NVIDIA, AMD doesn't need to leave any money on the table. They don't. I don't think, me personally, I do not think that NVIDIA is a significantly superior freaking buy over AMD. So why should they leave money on the table? It's still easier for you to immerse into a game. You don't need to think X3, X4, what's present DLSS to use, kind of resolution upscale to pick. I mean, even on a 4090 delicious sauce, you're still at performance. You're still at performance, bro. You're still at performance freaking DLSS to get over 60 FPS on some games. I mean, to get 80 frames on Assassin's Creed, I was at performance level DLSS, bro. It's pretty much the same place I'm at on a 5080 Ti with that game. I don't know. I think that AMD is in a good position this generation. Nah, I think you're just too caught up in that NVIDIA thing, bro. They own your mind, bro. Never once have I turned on a card and been like, "Oh yeah, dude, NVIDIA is the best." Like I just don't feel that. I mean, if NVIDIA is so good, bro, like let's think about it this way. If NVIDIA is so good, how is it that I would still rather play, and this isn't cap, I would rather play on my 9070 XT even over my 5090. absolute massive ultra power isn't the only thing in the world, bro. Sometimes it's just a good experience is a good experience, man. The funny thing is I don't feel like the 5090 is giving me a significantly better experience than what I already get on like a 49 or 79 a 9070 XT. Yeah, I like my softer visuals on the freaking AMD card, bro. FSR compares to DLSS now with FSR 4 and DLSS 4. They're actually a lot closer than it's ever been before. Before, like with DLSS 3.5, it would kind of strip out like a finer detail and stuff. And I would notice that. Whereas the FSR wouldn't. So technically, the FSR would have a little bit better image quality in my eyes. But obviously, you know, you get the fuzz and the other stuff with that on top of that, like a little bit of blur or whatever. Whereas the NVIDIA side was always had that clarity for it, no matter what. But now FSR 4 and DLSS 4 are a lot more similar than they have ever been. But I've noticed that some games give me a slider on the NVIDIA side that I can slide the sharpness down all the way. Not every game is like that, but the ones that do, I do absolutely slide that slider down. And then that gets it a lot closer, but that's just not present in every game. I don't know, man. I guess that's where we differ. I don't see NVIDIA as a superior brand, bro. I see NVIDIA as a manipulative company that takes advantage of freaking gamers and takes advantage of everybody to get what they want. I don't see NVIDIA as like this benevolent brand that deserves your money. I honestly think that more people should just walk away from NVIDIA and buy AMD just out of simple freaking just out of freaking being like out of principle, bro. Just be like, look, man, you guys take advantage of me. I'm just walking away and I'm going to buy AMD, bro. The funny thing is, hey, what's up, Wally P Tech? The funny thing is AMD is a very good competitor, whether you believe they're better or not. It'll at least get the job done, bro. They'll at least get the job done, man. You can 100% have fun gaming on AMD. It's not going to hurt you. Wally P, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Oh, I already said that. We get crumbs from it. Yeah, you do. You actually get taken advantage of by NVIDIA, bro. Like, you're trying to tell me that NVIDIA couldn't give you a better 5080 experience for $250 more? They legit repackaged the 5070 Ti, gave you a few more CUDA cores, and put in an extra encoder or decoder, and then sold it to you for more. And then they let the AIB sell it for as high as $1799. NVIDIA don't give a crap about you, dude. They just want your money. They already know you're going to buy their stuff because you got people that are sitting there always telling you that like they're superior. How much superior are they? Are they really $250 more superior than an AMD card? Abso-freaking-lutely not, man. And that's just crazy because you don't ever get the full thing from anybody. They just say NVIDIA superior, hands down. How much more superior? We're talking a lot of money between some of these cards sometimes. So how much more superior are they? At most, it's a couple frames. At most, it's a couple frames. Or they can play a handful of games that they've sponsored to play better because the companies, like the gaming developers, like, dude, we didn't even have full support for Cyberpunk until very recently on AMD cards. And now we get it. Now we get it. I'm like, whatever, dude. They legit paid or held freaking AMD back for so long, it's not even funny. Every update that would come out always rolled out with new NVIDIA features for freaking Cyberpunk. And then we finally get them at the end of life for that game, bro. Really? I don't really see DLSS, Dozilla. I don't really see DLSS as significantly better. I never have. The only, dude, this is the first generation with the 50 series cards that I actually give a shit about DLSS. DLSS 3 to me was ugly. I didn't like it. It looked plastic, bro. I didn't care for it at all. And now that you have FSR 4 and DLSS 4 to compare, dude, even the great experts at Digital Foundry said that freaking even the experts at Digital Foundry, bro, they said they were finally honest and were like, yeah, it's a lot better now. I mean, like, Alex Metalia went to town, like, pointing out all the crap that everybody tried to tell me. Everybody tried to gaslight me all generation. You don't know what you're talking about, Frog. It's better. I'm like, no, dude, it legit looks like crap. And everybody's like, you're just an AMD fanboy. And then you have the experts come out and tell you that, like, oh yeah, guess what? It's trash. DLSS 4 is better. Now DLSS is far more mature in terms of support for games. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 100%. Like, I admit that. AMD is playing catch up for sure. But I mean, how many of you guys are playing old games too? You know what I mean? You love the camera zoom. It's so immersive. Yeah, exactly. DLSS 4. I've been pretty consistent with my criticism of DLSS, bro. This is the first generation that I actually thought it looked good. I didn't like it last generation. Didn't care for it at all. I did. I played Kingdom Come, the first one and the second one. And there is no difference. Yeah, I don't really see that. I don't really see a massive difference anymore. I have 9070 XT and a 4090, by the way. I'm not bleed green over everything unless we're talking about my Eagles. Nice. No. I mean, I think you understand where I'm coming from, though. It's like DLSS 4 and 9. I mean, the 9070 XT is a very potent card. Like, it's very good for what you pay for it. Like, you're getting a good experience. That is good. Like, it's not a horrible experience at all. Hopefully by the end of the year. Fantastic. Exactly, man. I think they're both great. Like, I really do. See, that's the thing, man. I really do like the 50 series cards this generation. I think they're good. I think they feel great. I think they pull off MFG 4X to a point where, like, 90% of gamers are going to actually truly see a benefit of utilizing these features. And so I think it's disingenuous to like be like overly critical of it. I just still, for some reason, prefer that AMD experience, man. I just do. I mean, I'm on my 9070 XT right now. Alex Battaglia is the NVIDIA bro. When was the last time they came out and started making videos of FSR 4? I legit think that NVIDIA paid off Alex Battaglia or Digital Foundry, because think about it. Look how good FSR 4 is, and where's their analysis of FSR 4, bro? Where's their freaking analysis of FSR 4 on these new games, man? Like, where the hell is it, dude? I'm so sick of hearing about DLSS. Like, I think they're both fine. Like, whatever. Just, but to completely always leave one out. Oh, in this chat, you're barking. Well, what is it? Oh. Driver issues with OBS when AMD 9000 is smooth as butter with OBS. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Like, I feel like AMD builds their GPUs for freaking gamers. I feel like NVIDIA builds them for, I don't know, man. I feel like you're paying a lot of money for stuff that you're probably not going to use on NVIDIA. And I feel like they take advantage of you guys. I do, man. That's just me. I feel like NVIDIA takes advantage of people. Still matter when games start using neural. I don't know 100%, but I do feel like there's a lot of streaming stuff that's going to start happening with gaming pretty soon. So we're probably not going to. Digital Foundry is funny. I really hope AMD gives us a higher end card. I really hope they bring out like a 9080 XT this generation, brother. I'd really like to have one of those. I would really like to have one of those. Well, I want to address the at least the name of the video tonight. So I recently traded my RTX 4090 yesterday for an RTX 5080 and 400 buckaroos. People in the comment section were telling me that I made a massive mistake. I did not make a mistake. There's not a whole lot of content to make on the 4090. At least that I feel comfortable like pulling it out and putting it back in and pulling it out and putting it back in. So yeah, we're at a point where the content was kind of like not necessary anymore. There's plenty of people out there that have, and good creators too, like Terranigma, that had decided to keep a hold of his 4090 and continue making content for it. So I'm not going to try to impede on his content. I'll just move forward with the 5090. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So I got a 5080 because I wanted to try it. I was curious. Yeah. Oh, I think anybody with a 5070 Ti or 9070 XT is a very good spot to buy. 9080 from Moore's Law is Dead. Yeah, I've seen his leaks or whatever, but I've also talked to people at AMD, and let's just say I would really like to see a 9080 XT with 24 gigabytes. 32 gigabytes is a waste. I mean, if they wanted to do like something like a pro card with 32 or 48 gigabytes, that'd be fine. Dude, it was massive frog. He make very different content. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna. The fact remains is I'm not gonna sit and unplug a 4090 and a 5090 and swap them out all the time. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. So I just sold it to somebody that's just gonna put it in their system and actually use it. And I got me a 38 or 5080. Most everything, I honestly think that if you stay with a 9070 XT and a 5070 Ti at 1440p, I think you're gonna be solid. Like, you're gonna have such a good freaking time. It's gonna be incredible. Let's see if we can get those likes all the way up to freaking let's see if we can get these likes up to 100. Because I'm actually gonna be done streaming in about 4 minutes. We're just doing a 2-hour tonight. I'm gonna put the 5090 back in. Because it's already, well, maybe I'll wait until tomorrow to put the 5090 back in. Got it to 77. I know, huh? We need to go. We need to get some more, my friends. See if we can get all the way up there. Let's get to 100 likes, my friends. Come on, give me 100 likes. Just 100 likes, man. That's all we need. We got 7. If you want to go over high settings, you need over 16 gigabytes of VRAM. By the test bench and the Mobo Frog, it'll probably cost you. I'm thinking about it. I mean, I got a CPU. I just need a freaking motherboard. Honestly, that's all I really need to build a whole nother rig is just a motherboard. But it looks like my other Fanxiong freaking NVMe finally went out. It just keeps freaking popping in and out. It doesn't even stay recognized anymore. It just keeps flickering like the first one did. Say that a 5090 experience isn't my fave. It's not that it's not my favorite. It's just not necessary, bro. Like it's like I can still have fun on like a 9070 XT. So I just kind of feel like it's a little bit overkill, to be completely honest with you. I do love it. I do absolutely love it. And I'm very grateful that I bought it. But at the same time, like it really just feels like overkill, man. Like it is cool. Don't get me wrong. Even at 4K, yeah. Because I mean, like imagine going back and trying to play my 360 games on a 5090, bro. Like you're using like 10% GPU. So you got to play them at like freaking 16K just to play them, bro. There's just so much bandwidth with that card, bro, that it's not even being utilized. The 5090 literally is built for AI applications, my friends. Like it's got the bandwidth, it's got the freaking fast ass freaking VRAM, 32 gigs of it. Like it's stacked if you want to use it for an AI card, but for gaming, it's like you only need like 24 gigs of VRAM maybe, and like you only need like a 384-bit bus for like 4K gaming, guys. You just got another LG for $200? Holy crap. Nice. How the hell did you get another one, freaking Onyx? It is overkill for a lot of gaming. I mean, like some games, obviously, like newer games with all the ray tracing and all that stuff, it's good. I mean, it's the best you're gonna get, obviously, but it is overkill for a lot of gamings. Like who the hell games at 8K though, man? We're still at 4K. 2 hours to bedtime. My watch is telling me I better charge my battery, it says. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's only got 19%. So, my friends, we almost made it to freaking 100 likes. I would have liked to have gotten there, but yeah, I think I'm going to put the 5090 back in. Just saw new Battlefield 6 isn't even going to have ray tracing. Yeah, exactly. The one who decided it. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Play on 5070 Ti. Tell him for holding on to the card for a minute. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, bro. Because by the time, I don't know, man. Like, look at the 3090 Ti at this point, bro. Like that card was supposed to have a long tail and all that stuff, and now it's like, where does that card like really sit in terms of like 4K gaming and stuff like that? Cut off what they want. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like if they would keep supporting the cards and bringing the new features to the cards, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, NVIDIA is worth investing money in. But when they legit cut you out of features like MFG 4X on a 4090, come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Yeah, thank you, Base. I appreciate that, brother. 4090 does have a better tail on it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I do think the 4090 is absolutely going to last longer and better than the 3090 did. The 3090 to me just kind of felt like it was, I, yeah, I don't know. I've never had one, so I'm not going to say anything about it. I wish that I would have had the opportunity to get a 3090. Good night, Onyx. Have fun, brother. I'm done for getting new features. I don't think they're, well, maybe. I do kind of feel like Nvidia will just put out the super cards and probably let the 40 series die or whatever like they normally do. But all right, my friends, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out tonight. I really appreciate that. It was a nice, good stream, good couple of hours. Very fun. So yes, we will see you guys in the next one, potentially tomorrow. Have fun, guys.